Hello and welcome! Today we are sitting inside of a 2022 Mazda CX-5 Turbo. This is an all-wheel drive model, stickering for about $35,000. Before we begin this video, make sure to subscribe here at Radial Reviews so you never miss an upload. Alright, let's get into the video. I would like to thank Flood Mazda in Wakefield, Rhode Island for allowing me to review this car. Their link is down in the description below. This is powered by a 2.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, producing 227 horsepower along with 310 pound-feet of torque. This is Mazda's most powerful engine currently available. On the outside of this Mazda CX-5, this is a very sleek-looking car. This is currently a black model, and it does have a black interior. This rides on 19-inch wheels on top of 225 wide tires. These are some nice black gloss aluminum wheels, and they look very, very nice in my opinion. They fit the car well. Mazda has definitely been going more upscale in their vehicle designs inside and out, and I think it's really paying off for them. This car looks great. It does not look like what years ago you would be saying was a Mazda coming down the road. It looks great. You also do get some nice dual tip exhaust in here. So those are chrome right there, as you can see. Let's take a look at this cargo area. So this does have a power rear liftgate. You can see all your badging on there. Okay, so this is a 2-row SUV, and that means it has a lot of room back here. As you can see, there are some floor mats available here, and it has a nice deep cubby on the right and the left. And underneath here, you do get what looks like a donut spare tire. And it looks like it does come with tools back there as well. That's a very nice thing to have, as many cars are unfortunately doing away with that. You do get once again, the power tailgate. So that will close with the push of a button, like so. And this is the Turbo. Around the front of the CX-5, you do get radar detection inside here. So inside your emblem, you do have radar cruise control in here, so you can adjust your spacing accordingly. And all that sensing is hidden right inside of that center emblem. Alright, so here in the rear, I am about 6 feet tall with pretty long legs, and I have adequate room. My driver's seat is actually pulled back as far as it can possibly go, and I still have knee room. It's just beginning to push up against it, but I have very good footwell room, and there's a nice little cutout here for my knees. For the interior back here, it is very nice. There's like looks like a hexagonal plastic pattern right here for trim, along with a chrome strip, and it's a very well padded side interior of the door. So very nice, and you have some nice white and red accent stitching right there, along with some piano gloss black. Unfortunately, that does trap all the dust, but it does look nice. You do get cup holders in each of the sides right there. You do get rear climate vents back here, so those are nice to have. No controls, unfortunately, but that's okay. At least they are present. These rear seats themselves, they don't have too much bolstering, but they have a little bit of bolstering for the torso. So that's very nice, and they are finished in a very soft leather with red stitching trim throughout. These are also heated rear seats. Right here you do get a center armrest, and those are your heated seat controls. There are still 3 levels as in the front seats, so that is very cool. You get cup holders right there as usual, and right here you get a nice little hidden cubby bin, and you get 2 USB type A ports right there. Headroom is very good back here as well. I'm 6 feet tall, and I still have about 2 inches above me. And let's hop in the front. Up here in the front of this CX-5, you are greeted with a familiar Mazda interior. It is very well upholstered in here with soft padding and soft touch materials throughout here. The dash, it looks like, yeah, the entire dash is actually soft touch as far as you can see. And the driver's knee, a little bit right about here, is padded, but then it does go to hard plastic down below, so I wish they had continued the padding down there. Some very nice, a mix of gray up here, grayish white, and some red leather stitching does adorn the entire interior, so that is very nice, including on the steering wheel. As for safety features in this car, you do get blind spot monitoring in each of the side mirrors. You get radar cruise control, as mentioned earlier. You have lane departure warning with lane keep assist, forward collision alert with emergency braking assist, and you do have rear cross traffic alert. In the steering wheel here, this is a heated leather-wrapped steering wheel, and it does have your typical controls. It has your radar cruise control, your audio controls, and in here you get an info button. So inside of here for your gauge cluster, you can actually see you get an analog tachometer, you get some analog gauges over here, but in the center this is actually a digital screen. So as you can see, you can access a lot of information throughout there. And that is all controlled right here with the info button. So you can actually change how the entire screen looks, as well as just flipping between your typical monitoring details. For this steering wheel, it's finished with some nice chrome pops right here, and a nice center one here, and it does have paddle shifters. You do get seat belt monitors throughout here, so that's very nice. For all the seats, you can actually, when you start up the car, it will alert you with however many are buckled in or not. Visibility up here is very good. This is not a boxy SUV. It's pretty sleek, but it maintains some very good visibility, especially out the back. And it does have a nice little punch out for a window there, which is welcome, instead of completely just turning it into a column pillar. For your infotainment system, you do get a 10-inch screen right there. And that is controllable with the typical Mazda controller, similar to a BMW. It is like a hockey puck controller. And you do get hard buttons for all the main presets. And it is very responsive and bright and easy to see. Everything is angled slightly towards the driver, which is very welcome. You do get an electronic parking brake in here, along with auto hold. So whenever you activate that, if you were to come to a stop in stop and go traffic, the car would hold itself in place instead of you having to constantly get on and off the brake pedal. It's a very nice thing to have. Right here you do get a few drive modes. So you have sport, normal, and off-road mode. This car is also capable of towing up to 2,000 pounds. You do get a traditional shifter in here. That is mated with a 6-speed automatic transmission, and you do get the shiftable mode down here, of course, which you can use these paddles for, which we will be checking out soon in my driving review of this vehicle. You do get dual zone climate control, along with auto features in here. The two front seats are completely power controlled, and they do have 3 levels of heating for each of them. And right there is your heated steering wheel control. For the audio system in here, you do have a pretty nice Bose sound system, as you can see right there. That goes throughout the entire car, and it sounds very good. Good bass, minimal distortion, it just sounds very good overall. For the general look of this interior, it looks very nice and upscale. It really, like I was saying earlier, Mazda has really changed how they've gone as a brand in the last few years. They look great. They really are hitting an in-between market, I would call it. Not just economy cars, but not quite full luxury cars either. So they're packing a lot of great features into a lot of very budget-friendly cars. And as you can see in front of me, you do have a head-up display in here. So that is a very nice thing to have. In the center here, you also do get a wireless charging pad. You do get a car charging port right there. And inside of your center console here, you can pull out that top cubby, get another level of deep storage, and you get 2 more Type A ports, as well as 1 more car charging port. And the center armrest here, it is firmly padded, but it is still padded. It is pretty good. These front seats themselves, they have very good bolstering in the torso, and they also they lack a little bit in the thigh area. They don't have too much bolstering right there, but it is better than other cars I have sat in. So it is still pretty good to hold you around corners, I would suspect. This car does have a full power moonroof, so that can tilt back, and it can also slide forwards and back. And those controls will be right there. Let's do a visor test. So you do get a nice typical vanity mirror right there. And it does not slide this way. They do give you a little privacy shade. It covers just about as well as it needs to. I still wish they had just done a full sliding visor though. That's a little gripe I have with this car. Let's check out the resolution of this rear camera. Alright, so it is it's moderate resolution. It's not the highest. I wish it were a little better. It does have tracking lines. Those unfortunately do not move as you turn the wheel, so I wish that were present. Alrighty, that'll just about wrap up this review of this 2022 Mazda CX-5 Turbo. Make sure to check out my POV drive video of this vehicle coming up soon on my channel.